Right, hey guys, as you can see from the last update, I got the basement done. I've been playing around with making clouds like I told you. I'd ordered the clouds. There's 3 of them here behind me, and then there's another one on the other wall. Anyway, I'm going to step out of the way here a little bit. I painted this cloud here, and this one here. I don't know, can you even see? Now I'm using the wrong tripod, so you'll have to bear with me since it's not working perfectly. Anyway, I used this one, and I flipped this one upside down to make this cloud here. And I'll show you the 4th cloud thing here at the end of the video. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to extend this cloud. So let's get this one out of the way. Let's see, what do we want to use? How about, so what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see this, is I'm just going to find a spot where it looks somewhat good. I mean, I'm not lining it up in any special spot on the cloud or anything. And then I'm going to go back to the original cloud, and we're going to just kind of tape that one over the top of this one. So we got kind of an interesting area here, and I don't really need the bottom one, but we're going to kind of throw it in here anyway. Let's see. Okay. I'll probably have to hold that bottom one a little bit. Well, yep, I figured that. I've used this one a couple of times practicing on a board, and my tape's a little not sticky. But anyway, all I did is I went to the local hardware store and bought some Rust-Oleum paint. I get mine at Menards. Now when I do this, I don't try to go for coverage. I like to let it be a little kind of airy so the blue comes through a little bit. So all I do is, hopefully you can see it okay. If not, I can zoom in it when I edit. So let's get this little area here first. And then, so I just kind of, not in a real hurry to get anything. I do try to get the base of the clouds a little darker. You know, and then you just kind of fill it in, but leave some of the blue in there. And then, let's see, let's kind of like blend this one right into this cloud. So we're just going to kind of come in right here like this. And you know, what you can do is just pretty much endless, you know. So we just kind of end up with a wispy cloud. You know, I don't know, I stand back and look at them and say, okay, that's a little too wispy there. That's definitely too wispy. I mean, I'll have to go with the airbrush later on and add some dark highlights at the bottom. But all I'm going to do now is just kind of disconnect everything I've done here. And we'll just move these out of the way onto another wall where they're not going to be in the way. I usually try not to reuse them right away because there's wet paint on them. And I don't want to get them all kind of crinkly, but no, you know, it's not perfect. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit while we're anyway, as you can see, the cloud, you know, makes it pretty cool. I see one thing I don't like. I don't know if you can see it here, but right here is the same thing from that other cloud. I'm going to grab the solid cloud. Now the second cloud that I added into was with this. This is a solid cloud right here. It's a full, full four-sided cloud, or whatever we're going to call it. But I want to get rid of this little piece in here, so I'm just going to kind of and then take it out. And other than I left a piece of painter's tape up there, it looks pretty darn good. I definitely think these are worth the money, so I don't feel like I wasted money buying them, because I am not very good. I know there's plenty of people out there on the internet who can paint clouds and do it really good. From what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good for being on cement blocks. For right now, that's the only update I have, other than I finished one of the other walls, but it looks pretty bad right now, so I'm not even going to show you that, because I got to buy some more blue spray paint and fix it. I think these clouds almost look better on the camera than they do in real, but they're actually, the way I made them actually looks pretty good, so I'm going to be working on these over the next couple weeks when I'm home. I guess when I get the next update, I'll film that. I don't leave for another day, so I should be able to get quite a bit done. I've got most of the bench work sitting down here. I think I need to make a few more legs for my bench work, but other than that, it's all ready to go. I got my work desk in the other room. I'll get that in the next part of the update, so I guess I'll see you in a few minutes when we're ready to do the update. Alright, so I got an update for you. Been working on and off all day, trying to get a few things done. Right in front of me, which I'll show you in a second, is one of the original pieces of bench work. And then there is one other piece already here in the room. So I'm going to get back behind the camera here and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so you can see, let's see if I can widen the shot here. I'll move this whole camera back. This is my 4x8 table, which originally held the roundhouse. Again, this will be actually holding the roundhouse. I got a little bit of work to do in here to put that in, but let's see if I can. I don't know how well you can see this stuff. When I took the foam off, it didn't exactly come off easy. Like right in here, I don't know if you can see this. Well, right here was where my little river was, so I got that liquid water stuff stuck to the side there. And like right out in here, I've got foam and stuff I use to stick the foam to the table. So I've got to go around this with a putty knife, and if need be, I may have to get the sander out. Let's see what else. One piece hanging way up there in the air. Has to come off. I gotta find my piece for the drill for the Craig's jig, because I put that on with Craig's jig. But like I said, this will be the piece supporting the roundhouse. In case you haven't noticed, we are in my I don't know what you want to call it, my shop or whatever you want to call it. Here's one other, hold on a second. Here's one other thing I kind of got done. Bleach ain't really in here, but I got this desk done. The only problem with having this desk done is the fact that this table right over here, which is the table that's going to go along that back wall back there and receive the helix, because my plan is I'm going to put staging under both of these tables. What I have a feeling it's going to end up being is staging over here with a single track coming out and around up to the helix, and then we'll Y into the helix. And then when we're right out here in front where this table on the left hand side will be along, pretty much what the deal is this piece here is going to be against the wall back here, tied up against the big 4x8 sheet. So I'm thinking that should work out pretty well. I'm hoping to either have an update yet tonight or sometime in the morning about having plywood already put down on this one. All I'm planning on doing is screwing the plywood down, and then where I buy my styrofoam, which is Menards, you cannot get 1-inch styrofoam in, or without going to I can't think what you call it, the tongue and groove. You can't go there without getting the tongue and groove to that size. So I had no choice but to use the 1.5 inch, which is fine. So if we get lucky, maybe that styrofoam will be on there. If not, well, there's always next weekend. I would like to get the legs built for the other table. Maybe at least get those tables set up against each other and bolted together. And then that way I can kind of start measuring and see if I got to tear some stuff apart to make the helix, or what I have to do. If you look at this table over here, let's see if I can do this without jerking the camera around. Right here, this piece you can see right here to this piece right here actually comes off from the table, so if need be we can take that piece off. I think worst case scenario I may have to just do a little bit of revamping to get the helix in, because I am going with a 36-inch helix. For right now, I guess that's it, and I'll see you next update. Okay guys, I got a small update here. I brought the plywood down, and as you can see, the plywood is about, I don't know, about 14 inches longer than the table. So what I'm going to have to do is take this table apart and put 8-footers in, running the length of the table to get the table to the right length, because I want this to be a full 8 foot, because otherwise we're just going to have almost no yard whatsoever, because I cannot get 4 feet in that corner over there without going over the top of this desk over here. So I will have a few more updates than I thought for you, and we may not get as far as I was hoping to. But but it's late at night and I don't feel like fighting with this right now, so I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, I got another update for you. I kind of tore this apart last night a little bit, and then come down this morning and I got a little lazy. I tried to fix the table as you see it, minus the plywood on top. It ended up breaking a few things and just didn't turn out right, so I went and I rebuilt the table, and it seems to look like it's pretty decent. I have a feeling I'm going to be changing the position of my light to get it to work right, so I got enough light. But this will be the table that the turntable and the roundhouse are going on, so that's pretty much oh, that's right, I was going to tell you, I'm planning on building a lower level. I think I told you that. As you notice, if I pan over this way, the other table is not in here. I checked it, and that table is way too big to fit in the room here with this table, considering that one's a 4x8. So what I'm going to do is about where that board is sitting against the wall is going to be the center of my helix. It should only be a 2-loop helix because it's only got, I'm going to put, my lower level is going to be 4 inches below the bottom deck. Oh, actually, let's see if I can show you here. Might have to take the camera off the stand to do this, but we'll try. If you can see that, right there where that leg top is sticking out, it's going to be 4 inches below that, maybe 5, just depending on what I need. But number one, since it's such a big table, putting those cross beams across to hold the plywood up will make this a little bit more sturdy. The top level is going to have foam on it, but the bottom level is just going to be a plywood deck with everything, with my cork and track glued to it. I wouldn't even waste time with cork if it wasn't for the fact that actually no, I'm not going to put cork down. I think I'm going to build it on top, and then I'll pull my other desk that's sitting here to the right, my little work desk here, out of the way, and I'll slide it in with all the track and everything on it and all the switches. So the worst I may have to do is crawl underneath and wire up a few tortoises. Other than that, I think that's about it. I'm thinking this might be all I get done this weekend, since it is Monday already and I go back on the road tomorrow. If I do get anything else done, I'll throw in another update. If not, this is it, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Alright guys, this is going to be the final update. The styrofoam ain't actually hooked down. I did run into one little problem that I see that I've been worried about. I have a, I believe it's a Walther's Cornerstone set. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on here. That's the basis for the, hold on, this camera's not, there we go. Anyway, that is the base for the roundhouse. The only problem I really found is this. Okay, you take any one piece and you throw a track in each spot, and they cross right in front. I mean, before you even barely get off, I mean, they're meant for, I believe they're meant for the 90-foot turntable. So, I'm probably going to take those pieces and put them away, because I do plan on using the doors and stuff from it. Maybe some of the side walls, but I doubt it. I have pictures of a roundhouse. I have pictures of other roundhouses that I found on the internet. I think I'm going to have to scratch build one. That may be a couple videos right there. But as you can see, I'm going to get this thing to turn. It's being a pain in the butt right now. Right there is the paper that shows you how big the turntable is. And standing quit being such a pain here. And that's the actual turntable right there. It's fully DCC. As you noticed, I did move tables around, and like I said, I'm going to zoom back out here. This big table here is going to hold the turntable. And what I'm thinking, I have not decided for sure yet. Let's see if I get this thing to tilt down without having to fight it. I don't know what its problem is today. Down under here, I want to put storage tracks. And then the storage tracks would come out and meet way back against the wall. As you see, I made another little table here. I'm going to try and pan up without making you guys sick. And that's going to be the turnout table, kind of. I've got a 30-inch already marked down there, so it's pretty much ready, other than it needs foam on it. Like I said, nothing's actually glued down. I'm going to glue it down on the next one. I've got some spray adhesive I'm going to try this time instead of using the anything else. Okay, and like I said, if I put tracks down below, I'm going to need a helix. So, next we have, zoom back up here without too much, that is half of a 30-inch helix. So it's actually 60-inch helix by the time you're done, because that's a 30-inch radius. So it's going to take up pretty much that entire corner. I have a feeling my work desk ain't even going to be in here. I think it's going to end up out in the other room because there's not going to be room for it. I'm sure you guys probably saw this. I'm going to be running everything on JMRI. As I do things in JMRI, I'm going to show you how I set them up. Anything repetitive I'm not going to show more than once, obviously, but my plan is we're going to work table to table and get one table done at a time. Now I know there's 2 tables in this room already. They're actually going to be counted as one table. There shouldn't be very many switches on the table with the turntable. So I can do this again here without making you sick. Anyway, there should only be maybe 1 or 2 switches on this table on the top, so I'm not real worried about that. But underneath, I'm guessing, let's see here, what did I come up with for a number? I wrote it on here. 52 inches by 33.5, so it's going to be 33.5 inches wide. So that's roughly what, like 15 or 16 storage tracks, something like that. But like I said, that's just going to be all glued right directly to the board. No, nothing special. I am going to put 1 track down there that's going to be controlled with a switch controller and a tortoise controller to shut the power on and off, because I have a couple of refrigerated cars and I have a couple of cattle cars that make noise, and that's going to be their storage point, so I don't have to sit and listen to them all the time. But that's it for this week's update. So I will see you guys again in 2 weeks. Hopefully by then. Actually, there may be one more update yet here on this. I did go to a train show. I'm actually going to take the camera upstairs in my house, and I'll show you what I bought at the train show. Nothing too fancy, but be some nice addition to the railroad. Alright, so like I said, I did go to a train show over the weekend. I got, I don't know what, 5 items. Spent way too much money if you ask me, but oh well, you know, that's the train stuff. Anyway, I'm going to just use the stove as kind of a display area since this room's the brightest room in the house. Probably going to have to zoom in on that. I mentioned the cattle cars that make sounds. This is one of them. I think I have 3 of them now. I haven't really unpacked anything, so well, that's one thing I bought at the show. And then I've got an aggregate plant that I've been working on, and up here in Wisconsin there's a lot of sand plants, so I thought the aggregate plant would go well. So I had to have an end loader to load the sand in, the raw sand into the conveyors and stuff. So I got that, and this last one I'm just going to kind of do all 3 of them together. I really like these. These are the cars. This is one of the reasons I'm putting 30-inch curves on the layout. These will actually turn on tighter curves, but why chance them going off the rails, you know? I should stay like that, hopefully. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 3 of these. I'm sure you've seen the close-up while I was stacking them up there. So that's what I picked up this week. I believe next weekend there's another train show in Minneapolis, or St. Paul actually, at the fairgrounds. So I am planning on going to that one. I believe that's the 6th of September. So if you happen to live in the western Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota area, that's a good show to go to. From what I've heard, I didn't get there last year. I do plan on getting there this year. There's a lot of good shows in this area. None of the big fancy ones until Milwaukee and Madison, but we do get some decent shows. I think I'm going to kind of do this from now on, right at the end of the videos. If I have a train show the weekend that I'm home, I'm going to kind of show you what I bought, if I bought anything decent. So, well, this is definitely the end of the video, so I will see you guys next time, and be looking forward to your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and